JTS was established in 1993, working on eliminating starvation, disease, and illiteracy in India. In the Philippines, JTS started in Mindanao. It was founded on the Buddhist spirit of loving kindness and compassion. It runs community-driven development programs to improve the living conditions of the underprivileged and provides emergency relief to disaster-stricken areas. After receiving the Ramon Magsaysay Award for Peace and International Understanding in 2002, Venerable Pomnyan Sanim visited Mindanao in 2003 for the first time upon the invitation of then Bishop of Ipil Prelature Antonio Ledesma S.J., now the Archbishop of the Archdiocese of Cagayan de Oro.
Well, we were glad to invite Venerable Sanim to Mindanao because he mentioned that his group would like to be of assistance to many of the poorest communities, and we did have a number of those right here in Mindanao. So now, after several years of observing how his group has been working, we're very glad that he's been able to reach out to the very poor neighborhoods and to give assistance in terms of classrooms, also schooling materials for the children of rural families. And we hope that this approach of direct help to poor households and communities will continue.
Venerable, with his party from Korea, visited a poor indigenous Higaonon community in Sitio Kalanganan in Bukidnon.
Actually, there is a small classroom, and half of it is ongoing construction and stuff. Yeah, that's why Venerable is mentioned to why not finish that building. That's why we start to construct unfinished building first. Then the rest we have to actually renovate. Even in existing, the classroom also very poor. It's a lot of leaking. Also without toilet. That's why we suggest to build a toilet.
The community finished 2 additional rooms for the Kalanganan Primary School. Soon after, more and more potential sites were identified and schools were built. JTS Mindanao is helping remote communities whose children are isolated from the mainstream of education due to distance build their own school, applying the principle of volunteerism. JTS helps communities that are willing to work as volunteers without expecting any compensation and agree to render labor during construction as a proof of their concern for their children's education.
Inspiring the community to provide community work is very important to JTS. First and primarily, the importance of community work is actually raising the sense of ownership for the project among members of the community. But also, another consideration is, it is an opportunity for the people to cooperate among themselves. And this might be one unique thing about JTS projects that are now being implemented in Mindanao.
JTS knows no boundaries and does not discriminate indigenous tribes. JTS works with the barangay and municipal local government units in providing technical and supervisory assistance during the development of the project by extending labor support or food for work during the construction. They also facilitate the assigning of teachers after the inauguration of the school building in coordination with the Department of Education. Linkages with other NGOs have also been established. The completion of a school building marks the hard work and dedication of its builders to attain education for the future of the children. JTS also provides school supplies to the children. Aside from school building, JTS supported the initiatives of select communities in terms of farming, livelihood, health, and sanitation. JTS also pursues its commitment to peace in Mindanao by serving as the bridge to reconcile gaps, upholding open communication among government officials, military personnel, and insurgent groups. The construction of the Hall of Peace in Sungko, Lantapan supports the JTS Peace Initiative and cultural development of not just the Talaandig tribe but also of other ethnic minorities in Mindanao. It serves as the venue for development and the promotion of peace among tribes. JTS annually holds an international volunteers work camp participated in jointly by the youth from Korea and Mindanao to engage in humanitarian activity surpassing nationalities and ethnic groups. The areas of service include medical, building schools, planting trees, and time for cultural exchanges. To date, JTS proudly stands in its quest for peace through education through the first full elementary level graduates of 2010 in Kanaan Elementary School. Kanaan is a cluster of villages at the boundary of Bukidnon and Lanao. It is home to more than 500 families of a mix of Muslims, Christians, and Lumads, headed by a former rebel leader married to a Christian religious woman.
Uban po nga ako ang pasalamatan na itong mga isundili sa kanan, mga ginikanan, ug sa ilang makabataan, sa ilang pagsuporta sa itong silahan, sa itong makabataan, ilang pag-eskwela. Dayon, sa mga ginikanan po, sa ilang pag-cooperate nga nahuman gila silahan, pinag sa ilang kusog.
Kabaguhan sa community tungod kay nalipay sila nga ilang mga anak instead nga magbaklay pa yung sa Tigason nga 7 kilometers mag-eskwela yung mga anak karon dili na kay na sa duol ang eskwilahan, so dako kay nag-changes diri sa community. Nakita na ako ang kalipay sa mga ginikanan ug palanggabi nilang mga teacher, supportive kay sila unsay mga kuan sa teacher sa eskwelahan, mga sa tawag aning mga projects nga pakuanan sa kining community, patabangan sa mga ginikanan, even gani bisag walay estudyante ang uban, magkuan sila, magpahina sila ug magkuan sila sa unsay kuan sa eskwelahan. So dako ang changes ana kontra sa una gyud nga nana eskwelahan.
Very happy for that. Nga at long last nga among gidamgo nga mahimo gid siyang complete elementary school na anak yun. Malibayan na kayo mga parents and parents are very supportive sa ilang mga children.
JTS shares in the vision of a peaceful and prosperous Mindanao, freeing its people from the bondage of ignorance and exploitation. It commits itself to this island by building its center at the foot of the beautiful Mount Kitanglad. The building symbolizes the continued efforts of JTS for the future of Mindanao. As the fog visits the edifice of hope, followed by the rainbow of commitments, the sun rises from the silhouette of Mount Dulang-Dulang to signal the start of a new day of work, service, and sacrifice for the people of Mindanao.
Sa tamu kaya taki tumbe, iit sa tamu kaya taki tumbe, iit sa tamu kaya taki tumbe. Ang kahadlok, kabalaka, kahingawa, kaguol, iit sa tamu kaya taki tumbe.